Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I am here in my infamous pink sweater to bring you a brand new video to go with my brand new lights that I got in the mail from a friend of mine. Lex and Perez on Instagram and Twitter was so kind and reached out to me and sent me these soft boxes to help with the quality of my videos. Did not know how big soft boxes were. Surprised, but pleasantly surprised because they bring so much light and illumination into my life. Oh my god, I love a good pun. I wanted to do a new video to match my new lights. I'm in the midst of a new Disney series on my Twitter account. I did not film my other looks, unfortunately, because I did not have these soft boxes then, excuse me. I was filming in my bathroom, which is very small, dark, and dingy, and yellow. This exact yellow that my mother chose, I hate it. I love that I'm in a larger space with larger lights. The lighting is better. You can see my face. I'm sorry in advance. And so if you would like to see how I created this wonderful Princess and the Frog inspired look, please keep watching and I will see you on the flip side. Starting with the Color Rain Vivid Brights palette, I used the shade Squad right on the center of my lid with a small packing brush, and I just packed it right onto my lid and tried to build up the pigmentation. If you try with the darker shades in this palette to just automatically pack it right onto your lid, you're going to end up with patchiness, and I wanted it to have a good consistency, so I did little by little and just built it up, and then I'm going to blend it out towards the corners of my eyes and my brow. Then going in with the James palette, I used the shade Social Blade and Daddy. So I started here with Social Blade and I tried to overlap it over Squad, but it wasn't blending properly because that Squad is very, very difficult to blend with other shades that are not part of its own palette. So I did this first and then I went in with Daddy to fill in any of the blanks. And then once I had that gradient down, I went back into the James palette and I grabbed the shade B. And I started in my brow bone and then I blended down into Social Blade. Then I put more Social Blade on and blended down into Daddy. And then I used Daddy down into Squad so I could have a complete consistent gradient. So next I'm using my concealer. It's the Better Skin Concealer from Maybelline in the shade Medium Deep. And I'm using a small detail brush and I'm just drawing a line. I just wanted to show this process. I never do when I'm showing how to cut my crease, so this is how I do it. I just draw a line and then I blink, and wherever the liner transfers is where I draw my crease. So as you can see, there's a little bit of demarcation line, and that's where I'm going to draw my crease, and I'm living my best life. I can't remember what I was listening to, but it was killing the game. So I start to draw it and then I color it in just to give me a better picture, and then it shows me if I have any dips or bows or anything I need to fix to give me a perfect curve. So I went in with the shade B in the corners of my eyes with a very small blending brush, and once I had that as pigmented as I wanted, I went back in with Social Blade and I'm blending backwards into B. I've noticed if I try to do lighter colors into darker colors, my gradient isn't as consistent as I would like it to be, so I did it backwards. And then once I had that on and it was packed on and blended enough, I went back in with Squad from the Colored Rain palette and I blended that backwards into Social Blade, and I found that doing it that way worked a lot better than trying to do Social Blade on top of Squad. So I'm now going in and I'm drawing a liner on my eyes with my concealer. So this is going to be filled in with the shade Squad. And I'm sorry that you can't really see it. I didn't realize that my hand was in the way. So I used a primer off camera that I found somewhere in my makeup, and I just used that to prime the cut crease part of my lid. I didn't do down to the liner. And then I'm just using that glitter from NYX that I always use, and I just packed that right on top. I really did the gradient underneath just to give it a little bit more dimension because I never planned on keeping it that way, but I just packed the glitter on top and then I ended up going all the way out. It wasn't my intention to do the entire cut crease, but I ended up doing it. And I also drew Ray on my face afterward. So right now I'm putting foundation on my face, and that is the Revlon Color Stay 410, and realizing in this light that foundation is slightly darker than I thought it was. I went back in with my concealer, and obviously I'm color correcting at this point. So I put it on all the high points of my face, and then I blend it out, and I'm going to look ashy here for a second, but it's going to get fixed, so don't you worry. So going in with the setting powder from Milani, the Make It Last 02 setting powder, I'm putting that under my eyes and also on my cheekbones to set the concealer, and also just to darken it up a bit because that concealer is pretty light for my skin. And then I'm going in with Prime Beauty's bronzer in Brownsville, and I'm just color correcting and making my face not look like Casper. So I use Elmer's glue to set my brows now, and it is such a wonder. I'm so happy to have found this trick. I'm sure that it's not new, but I've been using it lately and it's been doing wonders for me. And then I go in with the Anastasia Dip Brow in Ebony and a very stiff angle brush, and I just start doing strokes. I've been doing fluffy brows for a while now, and this works for me. My brows are not even in their natural state, so this just makes them look a little bit fuller and a little bit more even without having that hard line. So this is what I ended up doing. My sister came in and she distracted me because I was putting on my lipstick. I ended up using Nekkid from Prime Beauty, which is like a nice pinky nude, and then I put Estella from Anastasia Beverly Hills on my lips, and I am cussing my sister out if you can't tell by my facial expression, but I'm just making my lips as pouty as possible. So this is the finished look, and it's up close so that you can see I drew a little ray on my eye, and it was the very first time I've ever drawn an animal on my face, so please be kind. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Love you guys. Bye!